Well, it's happening. I'm going live on my Facebook. How is everybody tonight? I'm just waiting for it to show up on my business page so that I can actually move it over to the Soulful Empowerment Group as well. So, hi everybody. Hope you are fine. This is our Q&A. There it is there. I'm going to share it over to the group. And of course, it's not going to be that easy to do. Copy link. Feed group. There it is. And next. Share now. There we go. Okay. Hi, everybody. It's Sandra Pelly, the Sandini. We are here to do the November Q&A, and nothing like waiting till the very last day of November. However, it's been a wild weekend and a lot of fun. I've been having a lot of fun knitting and taking part in an incredible market as well for the last 3 days, which were full, 3 very, very full days. So let's take a moment to ground ourselves. So taking a moment to take a breath, allowing yourself to be in this space, inviting yourself to be in this space. Beautiful, beautiful. Choosing a willingness to receive and share, to step into the power of the I ams with the I am open. With no expectations, no limitations. And a conscious awareness that I am creating my outcome. Feeling the power of that. And from there, choosing to step into a accepting, trusting, and believing, to feel into the guidance that's coming through, and knowing that as I go through these questions and the answers that are channeled from our divine and from our guides, that it is a good chance that whatever is coming up, there is an answer within that for yourself as well. So leaning into the energy of that. So hi, everybody. I'm going to start with reading some of the questions. The first question that I have is from Mary. I'm at a big place of changes. Intuitively, I have felt it is March that I will have clarity. What is the best way I can support myself now and stepping into my new future? I'm going to read that again. I'm at a place of big changes. Yeah. Intuitively, I have felt that it is March that I will have clarity. What is the best way I can support myself now and stepping into my new future? Thank you. This is such a powerful question. This really is about trusting the things that are showing up. Also, I really love the mantra, I am open with no expectations, no limitations, and really stepping into the energy of being consciously aware that I am the one creating my outcome. So if you are leaning into more clarity coming in, then be open to more clarity coming in. Recognize the signs. So if something comes up, what were you thinking of? What were you looking at? Like, Mary, your example of the mailbox and the things that it has shared with you about receiving is absolutely the perfect, beautiful example of how you already know what to do. You are doing it. I don't think anything that I personally would say to you would change any of that. You are leaning into that in a very powerful way. So let me see about if there's anything else that wants to come in with that. What is the best way I can support myself now and stepping into my new future? Know that you have stepped into your new future already. That it's the consciousness of doing that. So what I mean by that is, one of the things that I say is I have stepped into the future that I am destined to bring to life. That's a super powerful mantra, and it alleviates any of the me looking for direction through that. I know that the stuff will come to me because I've chosen to step into the energy of that already. And I think that's one of the most powerful things for you to recognize is that you don't have to be stepping into something. Understand that you've already stepped into it. Choose to step into it. Be in it, whatever it is. It's just like the word this, whatever this is me taking care of myself. This is my future. I am the one creating my future. So, I could have done this in December, but I consciously sat here in November and made sure that this came out as a November Q&A, right? So that's how I'm aligning with things. If I say something, I do something. If I'm thinking about something and it looks like it's going to head me in the direction that I'm going to go, then that's what I do. I lean in towards that. And I'm always in the back of all the energy that I'm carrying around or being, I'm consciously aware that I am the one that's creating my outcome. So when I think of that, then it becomes very simple to understand that I've already stepped into the future that I'm creating. A really good example of this is recognizing the small little things that are falling into place all around you. Examples of this are um, places that you might want to go to, things that you might want to do, that they are naturally lining up without putting a whole lot of effort into it because it's just very natural because you've already stepped into the future of that already being, even though you don't know what that is. Okay. So you choosing to be in a state of I have stepped into the future that I'm destined to bring to life rather than I'm stepping into the future. Okay. Make it very much a part of who you are right now, that's what you are doing right now. Very, very powerful. Okay. So the second question that I have to answer is from Alejandra. And I'm just going to write here, answered 7 minutes in. Does Spirit have a message for me today? Now, I do know that you wrote this question 5 days ago. So know that whenever you ask Spirit if they have a message for you, it is current and it also really helps you possibly with the past, present, and future. So, Alejandra, does Spirit have a message for me today? It's really interesting because on the right-hand side, Alejandra, I see this beautiful pair of white ballet shoes. And I use the word shoes, but I think it's ballet slippers, right? With the threads and that. And um, it's understanding the power that you have, even when you feel as though you're tiptoeing through the world. Wow, this is a really interesting message. Okay, so like I said, um, that what I'm seeing on the hand side is present day energy, and I'm seeing these beautiful ballet slippers. And when you think of ballet slippers, you think of ballerinas who are literally up on their tiptoes, but they're so magnificent. They're so beautiful. They usually have a very good handle on what they're doing. They show the public this beautiful dance, very, very powerful dance. And yes, they may have slips and falls. However, they get back up and they keep going, right? So these ballet slippers are a really good indication of where you are going on your path, Alejandra, and to really recognize the power that you're doing that with. Really start to accept how powerful you are, okay? The meandering that you may have done in the past, imagine you're actually at the bar, BARRE, the ballerina bar, and you are in beautiful practice doing the dance. Okay, recognize the power of that. I love how in alignment this is with the previous question as well. So even though you may feel like you're tiptoeing around and things may not be perfect for you, know that you are going in the right direction. Okay. So that's what the message is for you. Leslie, I got just one more question here, and then I will answer yours. So hopefully you have the ability to hang out for a few minutes. I'm so happy that you're here, by the way. So for this next person, we're 9.5 minutes in. Joyce, let me just write down in here, answered 9, oops, answered 9 minutes in. There we go. Joyce, she's looking for help to align with my desires and dreams ways to help bring more people into my life and healing modalities. What do you suggest? Getting out of long-term stuck. I love, love, love the energy of this. Super powerful. So again, I'm just going to kind of backtrack here. Looking for help to align with my desires and dreams, and ways to help bring more people into my life and healing modalities. You know, this is such a powerful question, and it, on one hand, is an extremely simple answer. I recently did a podcast with the beautiful Suzanne Blome, who's in the neighboring province from me, and she's all about manifesting. And the example that I gave her in that is one that I'm going to share with you, Joyce. And it's living in the energy of what you want to have. So it's if you don't know where you're going, then it's hard to move in that direction. An example of knowing where you're going is a number of years ago, my husband and I, we wanted a truck and a travel trailer so that we could go and travel across Canada. Uh, that's what we thought we were going to do. Okay, things changed a little bit, but we still were in the motion, and at that time, that's what we were doing. And so, with regards to the truck and a travel trailer, we had these ideas of what we wanted in that, right? And now, if you go in and you say that I want to have a brown truck that has this much mileage and it has this on it and it does this and da, 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 and you give all this very firm information, then source has a very difficult time giving it to you because it's one of those anomalies of trying to find that for you. Okay. So for us, when we stepped into the energy of looking for a truck, we said that we wanted a 4x4. We said that we wanted it in this range of years and that we wanted it in this range of mileage on it and this price range. So we had 4 parameters. 4x4, that was a given. There was no altering that one. However, then it was a range of the mileage, there was a range of the cost, and there was a range of the years. So notice we gave it the freedom for it to show up. Believe me, we looked at probably about 15 trucks, and then I had this vision of actually I need to back step. It's not just that I had this vision. While we were looking at these trucks on a daily basis, I was living in the energy of us owning that truck. I love how in alignment all 3 questions have been today. It's wild. So as I'm living in alignment with this truck and my vision of us having this truck and travel trailer, I am feeling how incredibly happy we are when we're in the vehicle, we're driving around, we're pulling the trailer, etc. Right? Like I'm feeling the power of already owning it. I'm loving the energy of that. I could take that a step further and tell you a little bit more about that. However, I'm going to leave it as simple as that. Um, and so anyway, we saw, 15, 20 trucks. And then I had this dream, either in the going to sleep or waking up in the morning, of this truck. I saw this truck in this very specific color, right? And so anyway, we kept looking at trucks, and my husband, couldn't find the truck. And I kept living in the energy of this on a daily basis, and we kept looking at trucks, right? So my husband went to the city, a 3-hour drive, because he had seen that there was a truck in the city. So he went there, and as it turns out, one of the things that we wanted, the 4x4, it did not have. It actually had only a 2-wheel drive. So on his way home, he gets an hour away from home, and he goes, there's this truck sitting in this town that looks like it's what we're looking for. And as it turns out, it's the color that I actually had in the vision that I had just had like a couple days or a week before that. And we ended up buying that truck, right? But I personally had lived in the energy of feeling incredible sitting in the truck, driving the truck, being a passenger in the truck, pulling the travel trailer in the truck, going where we wanted to go with the truck and stuff. And so the truck appeared, right? And it's because we were loose and specific that we got a truck that worked exactly right for us. Okay, it was within the mileage, it was within the years, and it was within the price, and it had 4x4. So when you say, Joyce, that you're looking help to align with your desires and dream ways to help bring more people into your life, to help with the modality, help by using your modalities. That's what you want to step into the energy of doing, okay? Very, very powerful. Okay, Leslie. Her question: any information around the flashes I'm seeing? Oh, that feels powerful. That feels really, really powerful. Um, First of all, I really have no idea what kind of flashes they are. And I have experienced flashes before myself. And there's a couple different things that could be going on. One is, um, and this is going to come out of left field, so bear with me here a moment. One of the reasons that you're seeing flashes could be that you're seeing what's the word? How do I say this word? Alter, um, alternative, um, other. I'm just going to use the word other dimensions, other realms, or like I want to say the word fractures in time. I'm not sure that that's accurate though. Saying fractures in time, it's like you're seeing things like it's like me seeing a crystalline castle out of my window here all the time. There's no real crystalline castle in my lifetime here now in this day as I'm doing this video. However, there's definitely a crystalline castle out there in some realm or dimension of my life, when whatever it was, and that is a really good um, uh, possibility. Is that's what's happening? Is you're seeing these flashes of other realms and dimensions. The other part of this is that one of your sentiences is sentiences. One of your senses um, is opening up even further. Okay, so an example of this, using myself as an example, Leslie, is that um, I would hear things. I would hear things on when I was out mountain biking. I would hear things when I was out walking on a road. And yet, when I heard my name called or when I heard this other stuff, I'd look around and there was absolutely nothing. However, it was my clairaudient really coming online in a very powerful manner. So the flashes that you're seeing are one of two things. One, it's other realms and dimensions that you're getting a glimpse of these pieces and bits, or one of your clairs, the I one is coming online even more powerfully. Okay, so hopefully that's helpful for you. That's all the questions I have. That's literally all the questions I have. So I see Maria is here. If Maria has a question, throw it up there as well, and I'll see if I can find it wherever you're writing it there, Maria. Uh, and I'm going to go check over in this other place to see if it's over there, possibly. Right there. I'm going to go see if you're over there. And if you're going to, okay, that's muted. That's good. uh, Oh, now I got to mute it again. There, mute it. There we go. Oh, there you are. I'm still away from home, waiting for baby to be born. I was thinking about that the other day, wondering if the baby was born yet. Yeah, yeah. Um, she's currently overdue by 2 days. Yeah, sending lots of well wishes your way for your sister and the baby's birth, and a general reading. You'd love a general reading. Okay, beautiful. Okay, Maria, and general reading. So the first thing that I'm getting is not dolphins. What I'm getting are porpoises, and they're coming literally from the right side to the left side. So there's something very magical about where you are, because I know you are closer to an ocean than when you are where you usually live. So there's something um, very, I'm going to say very magical again. There's something happening with regards to porpoise energy and yourself. Now, I'm unsure if this has to do with you or if this is possibly a power animal for the baby. It could be that you you will know better than I what the energy of that is, and it feels very much like there is an astrological piece coming into this. There's a specific star coming into this, and it feels like it's the star that is very bright to the if you're looking into the sky, it's the one that is brightest to the right hand side again. Me and my right and left hands, man, I have difficulty with that. Yeah, so porpoise energy, unsure if that's to do with you or the baby. It's a power animal. and also the star connection that is close to the moon on the right-hand side when we're looking up, the brightest one there. You will know better than I. Again, you're very, very in tune with the astrological piece of that. So beautiful. Yay! This has been fun. I'm so glad I came on and did this, got this done tonight. I want to mention one thing or two things. I'll mention two things. One is that I have my Sacred Spiral Oracle deck is now um, up, and it is. I'm going to put the banner up. Bear with me here a moment. It's available there, sandrapelli.com/sacred spiral oracle. Maria, she's on here. She has the deck, as well as I managed to sell 7 decks this weekend at my incredible Christmas market that I was at, which was very, very exciting. I met some really cool people who are totally into dragons and stuff. The deck is about the inner child as well as the inner dragon energy. The other thing that I wanted to mention to everybody is I have a vision class coming up. So on December 17th, Wednesday, December 17th, I have the Vision 2026 coming up. It does have a price point this year. In the past, it has not, I don't think. This year it does, because there is a lot of magic happening, and I'm taking this to another level with the vision class. We're bringing in your archetype, your inner dragon archetype, your dominant one or your leading one. We're shifting into really setting up the year in a very, very powerful way. So it's got a price point of about $33. And that is about all. I've been sharing my reels on TikTok. If you follow me on TikTok, I've been sharing my reels over there about each of the cards. I'm up to card 11, I think. I might even added card 12 yesterday, and my backdrop with card 12. I just loved it. I was at Granville Island in Vancouver, British Columbia, and there was a trailer there, like just a container trailer, and it had this totally cool white background, but all these hearts drawn all over it. And so that's what I use for the backdrop to show card 12. Very, very exciting. Anyway, you guys have a magical, magical night, and know that I'm here. Know that I'm here. If you ever have questions, reach out, okay? Take care, everybody. Thank you for being here.